where I was going in terms of the relationship, if you don't get through the tumultuous stage, okay, you don't get on the other side. On the other side of it is where real commitment starts.
Mm.
That's where real oneness starts. Because you realize that we can have these problems and this person's got my back and they're with me and they're not going to bail on me. They're not going to give up. Then the real commitment starts. In today's world, because you can just run out and get a divorce, when that tumult or the tumultuous times happen, most people say, I'm done. I'm out of here.
Mm.
You marry someone, you find out they did drugs and you did not know that. Now you're in this mess and I can't deal with this anymore. I'm out.
Right.
Rather than seeing there's a hurt person who's wounded, whose solution is his solution is to self-medicate his problem. Okay. So you just bailed on him, right? Or her, whoever it is. But the point I'm trying to say is when we have problems, when you work through a problem, I guarantee you, take note. You work through some serious problems. On the other side of it, there's a bond that's closer than you did before. It always happens because you know you experience it's an experience of love with the person that you get no other way. It's real. That person is with me in this hole. They're not going to leave me. They're going to stay by my side and they're going to help me. And we're going to get out. When we get out, there's a closer bond because you know they care. It's not just theory, it's not just a bunch of words. You just live through it.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I love this and I love the insights and God shows me things. It's like, the big thing I've kind of learned is we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. And that is the thing. It's like I can ask Lord, it's like, why is the divorce rate so high amongst Christians? We have the book. We have all the rules, we have all the guidelines. And he shows me. He says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. We don't know. And catch this, he tells you why. He says, because we've rejected knowledge.
Mm.
We have all the information. We've rejected it. And then I found out I go out, I learn from Gottman, all these guys, and I'm starting to realize, wait a minute, these are all biblical principles. All the principles that I'm learning about, that all the gurus teach are
Mm.
principles that God's been telling us for thousands of years. And marriage isn't new. It's been here since the beginning of time.
He
People,
invented it.
yeah, he invented it. Hundreds, thousands of people have gone through it successfully. And you people say the marriage won't work. No, there's nothing wrong with marriage. There's something wrong with people. And we're not willing to accept there's something wrong with me. I have a problem. I don't know how to love my no, let me change that. I don't know how to make my wife feel loved by me, which is different than saying I don't know how to love my wife.
Mm.
Because see, I don't know how to love my wife is my perspective. To make my wife feel loved by me is her perspective. What do I do to make her feel loved by me? And see, and that's what we don't get. Love is not about you, it's about your spouse feeling loved by you. Because when they feel loved by you, guess what they're going to do? They're going
They're
to
gonna love
love
you.
you back, which is what you want. See, I mean, we don't know what we don't know. We have all the information here. As a matter of fact, Gothman's got his book and he's done all the research for over 40 years, following couples, and he has it mapped out. You do these things and you'll have a successful marriage. Hands down. We got no excuses anymore. The statistics is here. It can work. It will work if you're willing to work it. But people aren't. The
Mm.
truth be known, to be honest, I mean, it's hard. And I'll tell you why it's hard. It's not hard because so much. the tasks that can't be done. It's difficult because in order to make a successful marriage work, I need to change. That's the challenge. And people won't come to grips with it. There's nothing wrong with your marriage. You're not willing to change to make it work. That's the problem, because the hardest person to change is me.
Mm.
We are the hardest person to change. That's why we struggle with marriage. It's not because, it's the other person. No, you don't know how to change yourself, or you don't want to change yourself. And people say it right out. I don't want to do that, flat out. Okay. Yeah, well, then you don't want your marriage. And to be honest, that's what it comes down to. I'll tell anybody, it's easier to fix the problem than go through a divorce. Everyone thinks it's easier to get rid of a person. No, because you know what?